successfully recruited Curt Miller to be our head women's basketball coach here at Indiana University. When we started this process, we set out some characteristics that we wanted to have in our next head women's basketball coach, and we laid those out before we started measuring it against specific candidates. Those included absolute integrity, having a strong presence to advance a strong brand of IU women's basketball, knowing how to win, connecting with our student athletes, demonstrated ability to recruit, can immediately connect with our state, develops talent, brings an engaging style of play, and has the vision to win at Indiana University. Curt Miller gets an A+ on that test. He was born in Western Pennsylvania. He graduated of Ohio's Baldwin Wallace College. Been head basketball coach at Bowling Green since 2001. Bowling Green has won the regular season and/or tournament MAC championship every year for the last 8 years. Curt has been to 8 consecutive postseason tournaments, 5 with the NCAA and 3 with the WNIT, including a Sweet 16 run in 2007. He's been named the MAC Coach of the Year 6 times in his 11-year career at Bowling Green. His overall Bowling Green winning percentage is 73%, 76% in conference play. He's produced 7 All-Americans just since 2007. His program is the 7th winningest team in the nation, 7th winningest team in the nation over the last 5 years. For 3 consecutive years, his team has been in the top 15 of the Women's Basketball Coaches Association Academic Top 25 based on GPA. Every player who spent 4 years under Curt Miller at Bowling Green has won at least 1 MAC title, has played on an NCAA tournament team, and has earned her degree. He's active nationally and serving on the WBCA Board of Directors and the NCAA Rules Committee. We recruited hard in this process. In addition to characteristics, we set out a little 2-pager on why we think this is a great job at Indiana University, including the facilities, synergy with men's basketball, recruiting opportunities, beating the Big Ten Conference, the exposure the Big Ten Network brings, opportunity to advance academic support, stable leadership in the President and Athletic Director's office, the world-class institution that Indiana University is, as well as our credo of 24 sports and 1 team. I'd like to thank our staff, who was very active in this search, particularly including our Senior Women Administrator, Julie Cromer, and our Senior Associate Athletic Director, Kevin Clark, who is the sport administrator for women's basketball. It was a comprehensive and thorough search. We had multiple interviews. We narrowed it down to 2 candidates on Sunday. We invited them to campus, and they were here all day yesterday, meeting with other members of the coaching faculty, if you will, other head coaches, faculty members, academic faculty members, the president of the university. And all those people, I think, took the time and demonstrated how important a hire this is, and I think helped communicate to our candidates how important women's basketball is here at Indiana University. Last night we agreed to terms with Curt. He was the first choice that we had and the only offer that we made. So ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to introduce to you the head women's basketball coach at Indiana University, Curt Miller.
Volumes of what basketball means to the state and certainly Indiana University. And I'm humbled, excited, and certainly proud now to be a part of that Indiana family. It would be impossible for me to thank everybody that has helped today become a reality for me and this next step and chapter in my life. But I would like to take a few seconds and thank people. President McRobbie, who took time out of his busy schedule to meet with me yesterday. I really appreciate it. I think it shows the commitment of women's basketball at value, and I don't take that for granted that I had that opportunity. Also want to thank Fred Glass and the senior staff with all that they've done over the last few days for myself and my family. Can't thank them enough. For the coaches that I got to meet already, I look forward to meeting everyone. I'm a strong believer in the spirit of Indiana and the motto 24 sports, one team. I think it's fantastic, and there's meat to that spirit of Indiana, and I feel it every time I talk to an Indiana administrator and or coach, and I can't wait to be a part of that 24 sports, one team. I'd like to thank my parents. As mentioned, I'm a Western Pennsylvania native. They are back in Pennsylvania as we speak. I'm the youngest of three, and my brother and sister couldn't make it at short notice, but are my biggest fans and have been with me all the time. I got involved in women's basketball because my sister, who was 9 years older than me, was a fantastic athlete, and I was one of those little kids in 2nd and 3rd grade that when she would come home, I'd have all her stats, so I learned to love the women's game at an early age. I do have extended family with me today that I'd like to thank. It is not easy to be the extended family of a coach. The time commitment of coaches and the time that you're on the road recruiting and or playing, it takes special people to be part of a coach's family. So Jamie Broadwell is with me, and our boys, Brian and Sean Seymour. I would be remiss if I didn't thank Bowling Green State University. 11 years ago, they took a chance on a 31-year-old young green coach and gave him an opportunity to gave me the opportunity in my first head coaching job. It was a community that was unbelievable supportive of women's basketball, of my family. It helped raise our kids. It was certainly a village at Bowling Green, and we had an unbelievable run. And I can't thank the community and the school enough. And most importantly, a big shout out to my coaching staff that was with me the entire tenure at Bowling Green, and the wonderful players that chose to play at Bowling Green during our time there. So again, it was a little bittersweet this morning saying goodbye to a lot of friends and people that made that stop in my life a very special one. But with that said, I can't be more excited about the next chapter. I've dreamed of this opportunity growing up in Western Pennsylvania for 2 decades. People have asked me how I got into coaching, and when they look at me, were you an athlete? And I actually was. And for more than 2 decades now, I explained my hometown to people as a Hoosier-type hometown. And I wasn't even quite sure why I said that, other than the fact I grew up in a small Western PA town that was crazy for basketball, absolutely crazy. In the 70s and early 80s, we had developed 3rd and 4th grade leagues with outstanding coaches. 5th and 6th grade, before it was popular to play at that age, we had not only great coaches, but developed the leagues in our hometown and developed a lot of state championships during that run because of that. And my interest in basketball then was from an early age. It was a town when you left on boys basketball nights that someone would put a sign on the road leading out of Girard, Pennsylvania, last one out, turn the lights out. And with that said, it always felt normal to say I grew up in a Hoosier-type town. And I just believe because you always have the perception that every driveway, garage, barn in Indiana has a basketball hoop. And I've always had great respect. This state is filled with fantastic coaches, AAU and high school, and I look forward to connecting with the coaches and understanding they are a big piece of building this program. And so I'm humbled again to be the head coach at Indiana University. I enjoyed my brief visit with the players just now, and I can't wait to be here on a permanent basis and get to work and build the process one step at a time, and we look forward to the future. I'd be happy to answer any questions at this time, but again, thank you for allowing me to be part of the Indiana.